Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. I am your watch guy today. Now, strangely enough, my favourite time of the year is also my girlfriend's most dreaded time of the year. It's the Aliexpress sale, and I have another list of 10 watches that I'm interested in for this sale to round up for you guys. Now, all of these watches are linked in the description with my affiliate links. I think you know how those work by now, but just in case you don't, I get a little bit of a kickback if you use one of those links, but you don't pay any extra and the store doesn't lose any money. It's all through Aliexpress themselves. If you want to pick up any of these watches, please go down there, click the link, add it into your basket, and then wait until tomorrow when the sale goes live. I think Monday the 23rd? I think it's the 23rd. I'm not great with dates, but I think it's the 23rd. So wait until then, that's when you'll get the best discounts. Now, all the prices on these watches are, as I record this video, they may change slightly during the sale or as the sale starts. They usually only go up by a couple of pence, down by a couple of pence, but just to make you aware, check the price first and make sure that, you know, nothing drastic has changed. And finally, if you're new around here, please do subscribe to the channel. I'm nearly at 5,000 subscribers, which is, yeah, weird. Great, but weird. All that out of the way, let's get into this list. And what other way are we going to start one of these lists than with a Pagani design? Now, you all know that I love Pagani design. Well, I used to love Pagani design. And recently they've kind of gone a bit sour with me because some of the designs aren't great, some of the watches are too expensive, and they're not really pumping out the old bargain watches anymore. But this one is harking back to their old classic bargain Daytona homage. This is the Pagani design PD1664, and they have now introduced it with a meteorite style dial, and I think they're absolutely gorgeous. That dial, rose gold case, yeah please, yeah. And it makes it even better when you realise that it comes in at £52, £52.64 to be exact. Now, this has a Seiko VK Mecha Quartz movement packed into the back of it. Fantastic movements. Seiko, what more can you want for £52? One of the most impressive things for me about it is that it's got screw down pushers. You don't usually get that type of price. In fact, you can go quite a bit higher in price and still not get that. So that's quite nice. These watches fit to wrist so well. I had the Panda dial, and obviously they brought out a lot of other dial options and case options since then, but the casing is just fantastic on wrist. It really fits very well. It's a 40mm case, sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel. I mean, £52. It's hardly a splash in the ocean, is it, for that type of watch? Now, this one is available on the Trendy Men's Watch Store. That's where my link will lead you to. I think this is a really good option for the people that want a Daytona homage but don't want to pay more than they have to when you get into the realms of alphas, etc. I think this is a very, very good option for you guys. Now, this next one is a new release to the market, but it's actually homaging a watch that I own. In fact, it's homaging a watch that I own twice. I have two Longines Hydro Conquests. Now, Guanxin have just released their homage to the Hydro Conquest, and they've released it in probably the best colorways that you can probably imagine. I love this grey and gold. I think that's an absolute winner. Now, the original version of this, the Longines, looks absolutely fantastic. I've seen a couple of them in this type of coloured option. They've stated that this is 40mm, but they've stated that the dial is 40mm. So I'm hoping that what they actually mean is the casing is 40mm, because you really want this to be compact on wrist. In my experience, that type of case shape really does fit well. You just don't want it to be too big. Now, this one's packed with the NH35 movement. You can see that it has a ceramic bezel insert. It's going to have sapphire crystal, automatic screw down crown, and it's only £68, which I think is an absolute steal, especially considering that it's a new release to the market. Obviously, when you first release these watches, or when brands on AliExpress first release these watches, they usually release them at a premium and then gradually bring them down in price. However, with this one, it seems to have been released at a very, very affordable price straight away. So well done, Guanxin. And this one is again available through the Trendy Men's Watch store on Aliexpress. Again, that's where my link will take you. A lot of brands on Aliexpress aren't up to par. And by that I mean that they arrive with all the hopes in the world of it being a fantastic watch. Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes they feel cheap, sometimes they aren't even the watch that you'd ordered. But one brand that has really made a name for themselves on this market, on this marketplace, for their finishing, their quality control, is St. Martin. Now, St. Martin are one of the exceptions to the rule when it comes to Chinese watches. It's also one of those exceptions to the rule when it comes to homage watches. For some reason, the people that hate homages quite like St. Martin, even though they're still homages. It's obviously something to do with the quality, but these always get fantastic reviews, and that's why I wanted to include one in this list. Now, this is one of their more original designs. It is the SN040G2. It's a dive watch, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. And the price is even better. Now, with St. Martin, you are going to pay for a little bit more quality. A lot of their finishing is compared to Swiss watches, and I've never actually had a St. Martin in hand. I've only really heard of it from other reviewers. I've only really seen it in reviews, but every single review that I've seen, great words to be spoken about them. So I really do need to get one of these in for review. Now, for that type of quality, as I say, you pay a premium. You expect to pay 150 plus on these watches. However, in the sale, this one in particular comes in at £137, which I think is a really fantastic deal for this level of quality. Really, you're paying for the St. Martin quality finish, the St. Martin quality control. It's a much higher standard from what you can see in reviews, and it's a much higher standard from what you read about these products. This one is packed with 200 meters of water resistance, an NH35 movement, a quality loom, and it's available on the St. Martin official store. So we all remember Felida, don't we? Felida haven't really been that prominent on YouTube lately for some sort of reason. I don't know if that's because reviews have kind of moved on, but Felida has a really, really special place in my heart, and that's because it was really one of the first watches that I got in before anyone else got in. It was one of the Speedmaster, the Speedmaster Tintin that I reviewed. It was it was the first watch that I actually consulted on, in a way. Spoke to the brand about, spoke to them about changes that they should make, things that they should do with this watch, and it went past any expectation I think they had for it. It completely sells out every single time it goes back into stock. They can't keep it in stock, and I understand completely why. But that's not the one I'm talking about today. That's because you can't really get your hands on it regularly. Today I'm talking about their Seamaster homage. That's it right there. Now, this is a fantastic watch for the price. Now, Felida do have quite a good quality to their watches. Very much, well, they're above the standard of the standard Pagani designs, but below the standard of Steel Dive, etc. Now, this is their Seamaster 300 meter homage. There's a lot of fans of the Seamaster out there, and we know why. They're fantastic watches. This one comes in at a fraction of those prices. This one is available from £71.88 up to £85.49. Now, the price difference is because of the movement in the back. You can either pick this up with a Chinese movement that is cloned after the Miyota 8215, or you can pick it up with the Miyota 8215. I've always said I'd prefer to pick up the Chinese version of it because I'm not a big fan of the Miyota, and therefore I don't want to pay the premium for a substandard movement. I may as well pick up the Chinese version, which is going to do the same thing, but it's going to hurt my pocket slightly less, by about £15, in fact. So that's my advice to you if you want to pick one up. But I understand why people would go for Miyota over the Chinese version, which is strange because we're shopping on a Chinese website here, and we don't trust the Chinese product. Yeah, I don't know, but I'd pick up the Chinese version. In addition to that, it has a ceramic bezel insert. this helium escape valve, which they claim is functional. I don't know how truthful those claims are, but they claim it's functional. And it's also packed with a double dome sapphire piece of crystal, which, what more can you ask for that type of money? I'm not quite sure. I ask myself that every time I do a AliExpress review or an AliExpress watch. It's insane the products that they pack out for this type of money. I reviewed the Cadison Royal Oak Chronograph Homage a few weeks ago. I think it's a fantastic watch, to be quite honest. I think they've picked up a lot of the mistakes from the earlier versions and really redone the watch in the right way. Now, I did mention in that video that Pagani Design were also considering releasing their own version of the Chronograph watch, of the Chronograph AP. I've spotted it on the website on AliExpress today, and I thought I need to have this in the list. It's already in the sale and it's at a fantastic price. It's around the same type of price as the Cadison actually, but it comes in a 40mm case. Now, I believe the 40mm will be a much better fit for a lot of people. Those people including me, because my wrists are tiny. So yeah, I would like to see that one and see if it fits better than the Cadison. The Cadison actually fit quite nicely. It was just a bit chunky. Now, this one is in the sale for £57.83. And for that, you're getting another VK63 movement, Seiko Mecha Quartz movement, as I mentioned earlier in the Daytona homage. They also packed this with sapphire crystal, and interestingly enough, it's stated as only being an 11mm thick watch, which I don't know if that's going to be accurate, but if it is, that's going to be fantastic, because this can probably be worn as an under the cuff type of option for you. So it'd be interesting to see that one. Now, that one is available through my link on the Pagani Design wristwatch store on AliExpress. As I say, link is in the description. So that's 5 of the watches out of the way. We've got another 5 to go, but I thought to take a little bit of a break here and let you know that I have a lot of other videos on AliExpress watches. So if you wanted to see any of those, click on that channel there. One with my face on it. Yeah, just there. May as well subscribe to while you're there. Now on to the next 5. This one is a brand that I haven't reviewed yet. However, I actually have one of their watches in for review right now, and I think it's going to be stupidly popular with you guys because of the build quality and the actual watch itself. For the price, it's insane. I'm talking about Thorn. Now, this is the Thorn 300m diver. You can see that it's obviously a homage of a Seiko Marine Master, that is. In the sale, it comes in at £111.51. Very good price, very, very good price for this type of quality. Now, it's packed with an NH35 movement, as you'd expect. I mean, that's what we're coming to expect of AliExpress watches, especially these Seiko homages. I mean, what else would you pack a Seiko homage with than the Seiko movement? Which kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Now, it is 44mm wide or in diameter, which would usually put me off, and it'd probably put a lot of you off. Some of you will understand what I mean when I say it's 44mm in a Seiko type of way. And for you who don't understand what that means, this is the Thorn GMT, and it's packed into the same type of casing. Now, this is the one that I'm going to be reviewing very soon. It's absolutely fantastic. I know that these are going to be really, really popular, but 44mm case, however, it fits very nicely on wrist. Obviously, the crown slopes down here to make it a bit more comfortable. They are really comfortable watches, as I say, in a Seiko type of way. Now, the Thorn 300m is available on the Heimdall watch store. Again, link in the description. This next watch has caused a little bit of a stir lately, and it kind of caused a stir when I decided to take a slight hiatus for a week. So I don't really know what the whole issue is. I don't get it. But this is the Tactical Frog Doxa homage. Now, I'm quite a fan of Doxa. I just think that they're really, really pretty watches. They're expensive, but they are pretty, pretty watches, and I love what they do with colours, with the bright dials, etc. I really like them. Really, really like them. So this is probably a really good option for a lot of us because it's a Doxa homage and they come in bright colours, and I like that. It's packed with an NH35 movement. It's got 200 meters of water resistance. Obviously, it's a stainless steel casing. They are charging £126.30 in the Aliexpress sale for this one, and it is available on the Heimdallr watch store once again. This next one's a little bit eccentric, and I think that's why I like it. How many of you have seen a baby blue diver? Look at that! How nice is that? It's absolutely gorgeous. This is the Hermes Diver. I am confident, 100% confident that I have completely mispronounced that name, but you know what I mean. This one is packed with a PT5000 movement. You can also pick it up with an SW200 movement. The PT5000 is the Chinese clone of the SW200, which is a clone of another movement, of an ETA, I think. So yeah, it's a clone of a clone. Clone of clone of clone? No, it's a clone of clone. It's a clone of clone. With the PT5000 movement, it comes in at £247 in the sale. It comes in this really unique colour. It also comes in a more subtle black if you're boarding, or a pink. And yeah, a baby pink too. I mean, I really want that blue one, you know, it's, yeah, it's pretty, very pretty. They come with 200 meters of water resistance and a domed sapphire piece of crystal. I've seen Hermes type of quality before, and I think that this will be a really well-built watch. The price is much more premium than the usual type of price that you find on Aliexpress, but I think it will be worth it, especially with that PT5000 movement. This is available on the iFashion Watch store. That's a store that I have used in the past. I've never had an issue with them, so they're quite trustworthy. Now, the penultimate watch on this list is another Pagani design. Yeah, shock horror. But this is one of their new releases. This is their homage to the Rolex Oyster Perpetual. And actually, I have one on wrist. Very, very well-made watches. Very, very nice fit. And to be quite fair, they're actually quite a good homage to one of these things. Obviously, the dial isn't as pretty, but yeah, not a bad homage, really, is it? So as I say, this is a new release. It is the PD1690. They have it in 3 different colours at the moment, but they are thinking of making new dial colours later on. They also, I spoke to them yesterday, and they're also going to start brushing the lugs. These ones are high polish. I would much prefer brushed lugs on these, but they're going to look at making those changes, which is quite good of them, because we'd like to see them listen to us. Because when they listen to us, we buy the watches. When they don't listen to us, we make not so nice reviews about them. Guilty. So this in the sale will be available for £72.57, which, good deal. It's an NH35 movement. They are well built. I've had this on for about half a week now, and I get a lot of compliments on it. Lads and work quite like it. I quite like it. It's a sapphire crystal, and the best part about this one is that it's a 38mm case. We keep asking Pagani Design for smaller case sizes. Hopefully this is the beginning of them listening to those 40 and below type of calls, because this is a really, really good fit for me. Now, the Pagani Design Aliexpress official store is the one that sent me this, and it is also the one that I have linked in the description if you'd like to pick one of these up. Finally, last of this list, this will be one that you definitely recognize from a few months ago, maybe the end of last year. This is the Heimdallr Monster. Now, the prices on these have plummeted, and I don't know why. I say plummeted, they've come down to a very reasonable £108 in the sale. They have all of the colours available also. That red dial that sold out really quickly and you couldn't get hold of it, they've got that one. And I think that is a very popular colour because it's beautiful. And yeah, a lot of people really did swoon over that one. And I see why. I really do see why. They also have in a blue, an orange, a few other colours. And if you want to spend a little bit more, about 138, you can also get it in the Frost variant. That you can find that through the link. Well, if you go into the link and then search it, you'll find that. Now, it's packed with an NH36 movement, obviously has a day-date complication for that NH36. 200 meters of water resistance, a very quality build. That's something that you come to expect from Heimdallr watches. They usually really well built. And of course, that comfortable Seiko style fit. All of that for £108, I think is a really good deal. And I think this is probably one of the best times to jump on one of these watches because obviously the prices are down to the minimum. If you wanted to pick one of those up, it is available on the China Global Watch Store on Aliexpress. So guys, that's my roundup of the 10 watches that I've spotted in this year's summer sale, or the end of season sale as Aliexpress are calling it. Now, there are a lot of other deals to be had on the website. Definitely have a look at my older reviews, have a look at my older lists of watches that I've been looking at. There's so many brilliant deals to be had, especially with watches that were released last year, because obviously it's old stock now and they knocked the prices down to stupid money. Like the Pagani design, Submariner homages, the 40mm ones, the whole kit, I think you can get it like 60 quid. Ridiculous watch for that money. Now, I will be back with more reviews this week. I'm going to try and be very AliExpress heavy this week because obviously I want you guys to get the best deals while you can. I will be reviewing this. I will probably try and review the Thorn, and I have a Cadison. Actually, the Cadison was released today. Yeah. Thank you for watching this, guys. I hope you get the watch that you want in the sale. I hope you get the right prices in the sale. And let me know what you get. Like, hit me up on Instagram, email. I love to see the watches that you guys have bought. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.